Hello, fellow Cardinals. We've had many calls during the last several weeks with parents asking questions about how we are going to reopen schools in August. So I thought this would be a great time to share some information with you concerning our plans for re-entry into school on August 25th. This week, I'd like to share information with you from a recent survey that was completed by parents and community members. We had over 500 responses. What a great response from our community. The first question on the survey was, what is your greatest concern about school reopening in August? By and large, the greatest concern from parents is the spread of the coronavirus and the fear of students becoming infected and bringing the infection home to their families and loved ones. Beyond that, almost a third of the responses concern safety protocols and procedures being in place. Parents want the district to have consistent procedures and policies in place to protect their children while at school. This includes not only procedures for how we're doing things in the classroom, but also the cleaning and sanitizing of the buildings. The second question on the survey was, what safety protocols the district should have in place when school reopens. Nearly a fourth of the responses included teaching and implementing just the basic healthy hygiene by providing plenty of times for kids to wash their hands and have hand sanitizer in classrooms and throughout the building. The next most popular response was to implement social distancing whenever possible by spreading out desks in classrooms and by even having smaller class sizes. After that, having sanitizing procedures in place for wiping down and disinfecting surfaces during the school day, and also thorough procedures for cleaning and disinfecting in the evenings. Two other responses were cited by more than 100 respondents. Those included temperature checks of all students and staff upon entering the building, as well as the wearing of masks at least part of the time when social distancing is not possible. As you can tell, many of our responses align with what we're being told by the county health department and the CDC to help prevent the spread of the virus at school. As we've begun working on our district plan, we're using a wide range of information, including those survey results that you gave us, recommendations from the CDC, from Henry County and the Missouri State Health Department, the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, the American Pediatrics Association, as well as input from our staff and our school board. All of these sources provide very similar information as we are developing our plan based on that information. As you know, things are changing quickly, and we'll make adjustments to our plan based upon that new information. We expect to have our finalized plan in place by August the 1st. Now, I'd like to share some information with you about what we know right now. The first thing, school will begin on August 25th. Second, we'll provide families with two options for student enrollment based on individual preference and need. We know that one size does not fit all. One option will be to enroll in virtual education through Launch. Launch is a program that provides virtual education and classes for students online. The classes are led by actual teachers who will monitor student progress, interact with students online, and answer questions and provide feedback about assignments that have been submitted. Launch is delivered through Springfield, Missouri Public Schools with Missouri teachers and Missouri curriculum. This option is free to any student. Students enrolled in this option will need to remain enrolled in this option for an entire semester. Students in grades kindergarten through 12th grade will work at home with a full online schedule under this option. Virtual students are considered full-time students even though they're working at home. The district will provide a Chromebook for students enrolled in this option, and parents will be responsible for providing an internet connection for this option. The other option will be to attend school in person. We know that there will be a need for a lot of flexibility built into this option. There may be times that students are sick or they're being quarantined and they'll be absent from school. In those circumstances, the schools will provide distance learning through their regular education teachers using district-provided Chromebooks. This type of distance learning can only be provided on a temporary basis due to a short-term illness or quarantine. And of course, safety protocols will be in place in order to reduce the spread of the virus at school. The third thing we know is that we are planning for extracurricular activities to occur this fall. We've not heard from Misha about any changes at this point, so we are continuing to proceed as if we are having extracurricular activities this fall. Next week, I'll share some details about the protocols that will be in place. We'd like for these blogs to be as interactive as possible, so if you have questions or concerns about anything that we shared tonight, just add them in the comments below and we'll try to address those next week. As we've been gaining input from parents and community members, it's become very apparent that there are many different opinions and viewpoints about how we should reopen schools. Please know that our plan will be our district's best effort to provide the safest environment possible for the good of all of our students and staff. At this point in time, there have been no decisions made and nothing is final. The final plan will be posted to our social media pages by August 1st, and the Board of Education will review it for approval on August the 12th. Thank you for listening in on our first reopening blog. I look forward to providing more information for you next Thursday. In the meantime, go Cardinals!